Hello, Reign of Judges investors, donors, and supporters. The following unbelievable update is critical, and the decision you make after watching it could affect the entire world. First, some tragic news, then some miraculous news, followed by an exclusive, never-before-seen dramatization of Moroni's battle speech from the first North American Book of Mormon war epic set in the pre-Columbia New World. You won't want to miss it. In our last update, January 15, 2021, after over 12,000 backers and millions raised, we announced for the first time in 7 years that we were green-lit on our first full-length feature. An angel investor had committed to fully fund our first film, as well as be the sole investor on all subsequent films. It was the dream, the miracle you and I had been waiting 7 years to see. It took weeks for us to read all the elated emails received from all of you. We've been silent for the last 3 months because we've been hard at work prepping to shoot our first full-length feature, Reign of Judges, A New Freedom. We are so excited, but we also have some very sad and frankly, unbelievable news. I received a call from our angel investor on January 14th, on which call he and I solidified everything for his final transfer. He'd already sent a large sum, but still needed to send the remaining amount to fulfill the final portion of his commitment by January 31st. He was beyond thrilled to do so, and to get started on production. I will treasure that call forever because tragically, he passed away of a heart attack not 3 days later on January 17th, 2021. Life is fragile. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. We have hope his estate will fulfill his commitment. However, it could take up to 8 to 12 months, and we cannot delay further if we're going to film Reign of Judges this year. Unfortunately, our angel investor's unexpected death has left a large gap we need filled in our budget immediately. Now, some miraculous news. A few weeks ago, I appeared on a podcast where we discussed Reign of Judges. We had a tremendous response to the show, including a providential email received from our website that said simply, "I have $500,000 to invest." As you can imagine, I called the sender to make sure he was legitimate. He was, and the very next day, he drove with his daughter 4 hours to visit with me and my wife in our home. We finalized his commitment, and he then proceeded to drive another 4 hours back to Idaho, all in the same day. His name is Trell, and he's one of the most amazing people I've met. Not because he's so well known or so successful or so dynamic. What's most amazing about Trell is his unshakable faith and his otherworldly commitment to God and to freedom. You see, although Trell is an accredited investor, he's by no means a mega wealthy person. He's just a very peculiar man who's lived so far below his means for so long that he's placed himself in a position to be the miracle we needed at this very moment. Trell had a different plan before Reign of Judges. He'd set up a corporation to fund the next phase of his life with a portion of his retirement. But when he learned of Reign of Judges, he immediately felt impressed to abruptly change course. As if following such an unexpected and inconvenient impression so faithfully and unquestionably was not miraculous enough, the name of his corporation, which he had set up long before knowing anything about Reign of Judges, was Title of Liberty. If this does not convince you and me that God is behind Reign of Judges, perhaps getting to know Trell a bit more will. Here he is, showing you the same truck he has driven since he was in high school.
I want to show you something. This is my old pickup truck here. 1988. I got this when I was a junior in high school. I've been a professional pilot all my life, and this pickup truck has been with me all my life. I live below my means so that I can help out people and projects when the time is right. Reign of Judges is that right project.
Now, for those who don't know Captain Moroni, think Aragorn in The Lord of the Rings or William Wallace in Braveheart. I want you to imagine you're on a battlefield with this Captain Moroni, facing an insurmountable enemy. You're outnumbered 2 to 1, all odds against you. You're fearing for your country's future, for your lives, for your wives and your children. Keep this image in your mind and turn up your volume as we show you an exclusive dramatization of Moroni's battle speech taken from the pages of our full-length feature script and put to sound effects and music.
We may live, we may die, but what is life without freedom? And what is freedom without family? Is there anyone here who would not die for both? In faith, saw my parents executed for faith. I've seen women, children, infants hurled into flames for theirs. These barbarians slaughtered more than 1,000 of Lamoni's people in cold blood. 1,000 of your brothers, your sisters, slain for their faith. Now these come to Zarahemla for refuge, for liberty. These barbarians come for blood. This is our country. And I say on this land, Lamoni's people have a right to bleed no more. Will we allow them to be massacred? Or ourselves to be made slaves? Then fight! Fight like you've never fought before! And if we die, be it now or many years hence, we shall not die as slaves or cowards, but as free men! For we bleed for free! We fight for our family! And we shall never give up our freedom!
Think of how much you want to see Moroni preach that speech on the big screen. Think of how our fractured world needs this speech. You can make it happen if you dig deep within yourself. The place we're filming offers a 37% tax rebate, so every dollar invested from now until the beginning of principal photography this year will be matched 37%. Our final budget is confidential, but suffice to say, we need more funds to make Reign of Judges how it deserves to be made. We don't need tens of millions, but 25,000, 100,000, a million or two more would make all the difference in the world. If you're an accredited investor, or you don't know if you're accredited but want to invest, please consider stretching to invest as much as you can right now to bring this inspiring movie to the world. Click the link in the description of this video and a producer will be in touch with you shortly. If you're not an accredited investor, consider donating as much as you can or purchasing an associate or executive producer credit on our website. These funds help us immensely by delaying our need to draw on investment funds while we're still in pre-production. Buy our pilot short film Blu-ray DVDs and share them. Finally, share this video in text and email with at least 10 friends who cherish freedom and may have resources to help us.
Finally, the great Moroni.
Tell me, free man, does the last of the Nephite blood still cry out to a god who left him alone to die?
Deny him! End this frivolous struggle!
The exile wishes to say something.